Alright guys, hopefully things actually work like they're supposed to this time, considering that the last stream earlier ended up being subjected to a random power outage. Yeah, I was trying to do Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. Once again trying to do like a longer stream with that for you guys, because I feel like I owed that to, those who've been watching the series after like the stream I did for it last week where I kinda had to cut things short because how late it was. Tried to do a stream for Portrait of Ruin earlier, and power went out again. This is the second time it actually went out today, following like it being like out for like over like for about like an hour or so this morning. And then I thought like, okay, everything's fine. Hopefully like a lot of the issues are fixed and everything, because we did have like some bad weather come through, like with a lot of rain. And I know like one of my friends, they sent me like a picture, or they did a thing on Snapchat, where it actually showed that their trampoline actually got blown somewhat down the street. And like it was kind of like lodged between like a tree, and it was like kind of like somewhat upside on like on the sidewalk, but it was like between that and a tree or a power pole. Can't remember which one it was. But either way, yeah, hopefully the stream holds out. Won't have any issues. But that being said, guys, welcome into the Exit 8, which is a anomaly detection game, which is one of the most well-known ones out there that I've been meaning to get around to for a while. And I want to pretty much try to close out like this week before I, go on my break from streaming, where I play this, and then tomorrow I'm gonna play Shinkansen Zero. I keep on wondering if I'm actually getting the name of that game right, but I want to play like both of those since I have been enjoying like the anomaly detection games I've been doing, and I also got like another one. I gotta like actually get the name of it right here because I actually got the email from the person earlier. I requested a key for the game, and I keep on forgetting the name for it as well. It's bad. It sounds terrible, but so Shinkansen Zero, I'm just like curious if I'm actually pronouncing it right. But yeah, I got like a key for where is it at? It's from Nostra Games. They set like a review request I did for a game called the Exit Project Backstreets. That's another anomaly detection game I'll be playing for you guys sometime in the future. If I had time, I actually will probably maybe try to do that tomorrow along Shinkansen, but we'll see how things go. But yeah, again, I do apologize to those who tuned in for the Castlevania stream earlier. And also, like, at the start of the stream, I did kind of, like, get, like, some feelings out as far as, like, a lot of stuff that's been going on lately. Some of it being, like, that really kind of made me question my future in live streaming yesterday. I'll just kind of leave it at that. but yeah, the Exit 8, it's pretty much one of the most well-known anomaly detection games out there, and there's also like an upcoming movie for it. I don't know if the movie's out yet or not. I don't think it is. I've been actually interested in seeing it. That's one reason I wanted to play the game because let me see the Exit 8 movie. I don't think it's out yet. There's already reviews for it. April 10th. Oh yeah, that's right. I was making the joke about the fact it's gonna release on my birthday. So yeah, my birthday's April 10th, and it's gonna be releasing then. Apparently there's already reviews and everything out for it. I guess like from test screenings or something. But yeah, again, this is like one of the most well-known ones, in the sense it's pretty much more simplistic than the plot of some of the other games, like 10 Bells, where you're in a bar trying to like solve like basically solve like a ghost story, and also the 18th Attic, which kind of like it has like a more like deep tale to it, where you kind of like is unraveling stuff that happened, like as far as like the guy you're playing as, his family and everything. And there's other ones that have had like different degrees of stories to them. That I played, but this one is like, one that's I've been avoiding for a while. Not really avoiding intentionally. Admittedly, I actually was gonna stream this some time ago, but the reason I didn't is because I was trying to figure out like a thumbnail for it. Because most of the art for the game is just pretty much a yellow, a yellow background with the X8, and like, and I don't know if it's actually Korean or Japanese lettering or whatever. But either way, it's pretty much got like the symbols and an up arrow, exit and 8 and everything. And I was trying to figure out like what I could do for a thumbnail for that for YouTube, and I was like, okay, well, I can just like use like the thing for like, the guy just walking, which is like that's like very iconic. That's one of the key things about the game. So, like I said, this game, my blind playthrough of it. I don't really, even with like how popular this game is, I've actually managed to avoid like seeing like a vast majority of the anomalies that are in the game. I haven't like really seen much of any of them. So it's gonna be like for the most part, pretty much a blind playthrough for this. And also my voice does sound hoarse, rogues. As I said, like on Twitch earlier, it's been like a rough past few days, and as far as like physical things concerned, I have been kind of like taking like a few hits as far as like my physical health and everything. But thankfully, like this coming up Monday, I'll be starting on my break and so on. But I wanted to make sure I did get these last few games out of the way that I wanted to play for you guys first, everything. So, anyways, that said, there's not really too much else I can like say for the intro here. The reason I got to actually pause because literally when I load into the game, it immediately like put me in where basically right there like in the gameplay there was like no title screen or anything, so I just went on and paused it. Of and if anything, this dude in the background was walking towards me. So we're gonna be starting off with that. But yeah, that said, I'm gonna go ahead and get this opening ad break out of the way. And again, I do apologize to those who tuned in for Castlevania earlier. It sucked that like it literally like stopped right there when I was exploring one of the new areas. And every time it happens, it kind of worries me because it means like when the power goes out, my PS5 doesn't like shut down properly. The main concern was my computer because as I've explained before times in the past, when I had power outages in this one house I lived at, I actually went through about 5 power supplies in 1 year because electricity there was bad, and a lot of times I didn't get a chance to turn the computer off, like shut the computer off fully before the lights turned back on. So thankfully, the electricity is better here. It's just why these where reason these outages keep happening. Because it rained a few days ago and it rained today. It actually stormed much worse today. I'm hoping it's just not gonna be like some kind of thing where I move into a house where like I'm just in an area where like it's more prone to power outages. Because where I was before, there was like hardly any outages, like maybe like once every few months, and that was about it. But now here it is, like I done had 3 power outages here within like 2 to 3 days, so it's kind of concerning. But hopefully, it won't be no issues. Push gonna shove. I'll just have to try to invest in like in a UPS. So that way, if the lights do go out, I can like I can just have my computer hooked up to it and just like shut it down, safely. That's still gonna be about probably like $200 to $300, and I'm already like working through trying to get like the rest of the stuff I need from my computer, the rest of my computer setup, which is basically just like the liquid cooler and 3 more fans I need, and I'll be able to do like my new build. But anyways, properly this time we're gonna go ahead and get on this ad break. This is actually literally giving me a thing right there saying it's about to start. So give me about 3 minutes, rogues, and I'll be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. And yeah, another thing I can't remember. I mean, I haven't actually touched base on because I said like earlier, I haven't really discussed this that much as far as me coming up on another milestone. Um, but I'm just trying to remember exactly which one this is. I can't remember this if this game is actually 497 or 498. Because one that I kind of like explained earlier on Twitch, like I haven't really been talking about too much as far as like another win that I've kind of had coming up as far as as far as like streaming milestones. Um, Between this and Shinkansen Zero, when I play both of those, I believe this will be like 497 or 498. Basically, I'm only like a very small number of games away from being at like 500 different, games streamed since I first started live streaming back in 2017 or 2016. So, yeah, we're coming up on 500, and I know that may not be like a really big thing for, big milestone for some, but it is like something that I'm really kind of, even if I'm not really showing it the most right here, it is something that was like a really big one for me. Because, you have like people out there that may have their own little niche, like on games they focus on, and me being a variety streamer, that's a big thing. But yeah. So I don't know if I actually reached the milestone before I, for my break. I may like throw in another game to see if I can go ahead and reach it before, like, I go off on the break or whatever. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and like, see what this game is about. So yeah. So usually in the anomaly detection style stuff, like the first thing isn't an anomaly. Someone apparently, if someone didn't get his promotion. All right, well, I mean, you gotta be rude. Okay, I'll say that one was safe. It says exit 8. Okay, so this is probably gonna be a little bit more tricky. Because mainly the whole thing about reading and everything. So concourse. Is because obviously with these games, it's always about like just trying to figure out like what stands out first. Cause it's gonna be like tricky, like security camera in operation. Kind of like seeing like what telltale signs will be like if I'm actually, making the right choice or not. He's saying the exit 8. I'll start figuring it out where I just gotta keep going. Exit 0. Maybe that's the thing I gotta like look at. I see your ass. All right, guys, we got an anomaly. Like he just thinks he's so like stealthy. Oh I guess I offended his ass. Is he gone? Okay, we're not gonna talk about that ever again. I just clipped it. Random ass Pepsi man like coming at me out of fucking nowhere. Creepy ass. Okay, that's an anomaly. Okay, so going by this, yes. So this is what we gotta go by right here. It was 0, 1, and 2, so we gotta make it properly to exit 8. All these considered, this actually feels like it's a little more simplistic. Because if we're just going by this little corridor right here, I've definitely went through like much worse. Like with especially with the 18th attic. Don't even start on 10 bells. Like you had to like go through everything there, but pretty sure it's probably gonna be like more complex than they're letting on. Like we obviously gotta look at the artwork here. I wanna say maybe this one's good, but I also know like these games can be very subtle on I'm gonna say everything checks out. Okay. So that one was good. Is he walking differently? Maybe? Watch to be something I miss. I'm about to get put back to 0 because that's always usually how it starts for me. Just watch. I knew it. Every time it's like they always like throw one of those subtle ones at me to throw me back down to 0. I mean, everything looked fine to me. You know, if it's what I think it is, I'm gonna check his hand. Okay, no, he's holding the phone here. I was like, I swear, like if it was just like the fact he was holding a cell phone last time. So I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna start like checking back over these streams to see exactly what it was that stood out. Okay, let's just see if I can kind of get the ball rolling again. Okay, there was no anomalies that time. I really should start like, paying attention to like the number of the signs too and try to memorize what's on each of them. That's how they're probably gonna catch me. They got like so many things they can do here, like they can change the lettering. I mean, there's like so much they can do. We good? Let me just check the... The only problem is I wouldn't really know exactly what I'm looking for here for like anomalies, but... Okay, that checked out. Okay, smoking sign looks good. I just keep on getting concerned that he's gonna like come up and just like scream at me or something. Sound the fluorescent lights or whatever definitely is kind of offsetting though. No doubt about that. I feel like I'm overdue for an anomaly. I don't know. I'm gonna go back on this one. Cause just 'cause I ain't seen anything don't mean I ain't nothing. I know like the okie doke. Now watch me be wrong on this one. You son of a bitch. He waited. Was that supposed to happen? Was I supposed to like, just double back and see if he was still gonna be standing there? Okay, I'm confused about that one. Now I'm actually wondering if like anytime I go back, or because I swear I went back, he wouldn't because I. Oh yeah, definitely. Because I think last time when I ran back when Pepsi Man was coming out, I couldn't remember if he was standing there or not. Yeah, this was like one of the first anomaly hunting games, Jeremy. This is the one that got like where they have a movie coming out next month, which I'm actually interested in it. I'm trying to figure out how the hell they're gonna actually do like it's understandable how they actually do the plot, do like just going around going in like the loop and then like looking for anomalies and everything. I can see how they do that. I'm just curious how it's gonna actually transfer to live action. I'm gonna go on ahead and watch me be wrong. It's gonna go back down to 0, I betches. No? Surprised? I'm surprised. I get concerned. I mean, I get worried every time this guy goes. Like, I'm worried he's gonna try to jump scare me. Let me check. Let's make sure there's no misspellings on it or anything. All right, no smoking. I know there's like probably different ways they would like be able to. They would try to like catch me with this. Lay it on me. No? Okay, well, we're at 5. Okay, what we got here? I think we're overdue for another anomaly. I know dang well this camera right here ain't on the wrong side of the wall. No, it can't be because that thing was up there. Okay, yeah, that's an anomaly. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're coming through, man. Unless you want to get your shoes wet. Very subtle, but I think I saw an anomaly there. I mean, don't know if y'all want to say wailing at me. I think that was an anomaly. I may be wrong. Okay. So, things look maybe normal? I may be wrong, but... I'm going for it. I'm gonna laugh. Now, I know I'm probably not going to, because this is going to work, let's go turn around. If I actually end up getting to the exit 8 this quickly, this will be like probably the quickest I've ever actually completed an anomaly game. But they're probably going to find a way to catch me. I just got one more to get. But they're probably going to get me with this one. It's usually how it goes. Like, I get really close, and then, like, they, I mean, things look like they might be okay. Trying to make doubly sure before I head out. Alright. No smoking. That's fine. They're probably gonna, like, throw me back. They're probably gonna, like, get me when I try to go through here. Zero. I'll be damned. The question is that actually going to end it? Do I keep going now? If I go up back through here and it says 0. Then a lot of times when you make it to the 8th one or whatever, you keep going. All right, hopefully it doesn't screw me over because it said 8. Damn it! Okay, that's kind of frustrating because, like, normally in these games, like, when you get to 8 or wherever, that's it. So now I think I'm having to start over again. Okay, so they got me. I mean, I was thinking that, hey, I'm about to, like, beat this really quickly and everything, and... Or maybe... Oh. I was supposed to turn around right there, I think. Okay, is the game trying to end or not? Okay, I'm guessing that was a... that was an anomaly. And I kept going because, like, sometimes in these games, like, you know, when the lights go out or whatever. I mean, I've had one game where the lights went out and I kept going. It kind of sucks because I thought I was actually about to beat it quickly, but hey, at least it means you guys see more anomalies. I mean, I'm gonna beat it. It's just that. I said, this is how they always get me. I get close to the end, and that thing is, I was at 8. I got to 8 so quickly, and then they did that to me. That's how these games always get me. I get, like, you know, to the end, and then afterwards, like, you know, they throw me back. See, now it's like, now they're trying to do the subtle ones. Like, nothing back there seemed like it stood out. All right, no smoking. I swear these games are sometimes designed just to make you mad. Okay, 1. No smoking. You always gotta remember, like, you know, the cameras, like, you know, their positioning. The main thing that's gonna concern me is, like, you know, if it's the kanji or what, or the letters right here. I mean, it's not exactly English, so if they want me to memorize that, that might be a problem. Okay, we're at 2. Oh, yeah, yo ass is an anomaly. Yo ass freaking, you know, running like Sonic the Hedgehog. Forget you. That one was, like, you know, easy. That dude was in a hurry. Also, I wasn't planning to stick around and find out what he was planning to do because he was coming at, like, he was about to come at me like, you know, Fast and Pepsi Man was. I haven't really done, like, too many anomalies with him, so. Okay, let me see. No smoking. All right. I know these signs are definitely something I need to, like, try to pay attention to, but it's hard to really kind of, like, know what to look for. So the problem with this game is there's, like, a lot of, like, you know, Japanese, like, you know, a bunch of, like, you know, Asian characters and, you know, Asian, you know, text or foreign text or whatever. So it's kind of, like, you know, tricky to really kind of grasp exactly, you know, what's saying what here. Okay, 4. No smoking. Nope. Look like a friggin', you know, one of those paintings with moving eyes in an episode of Scooby Doo. What's wrong with you? Okay, so no smoking. I keep checking the text for that one because that would be like one that would really catch me with immediately because I wouldn't be paying attention to it. And I keep on, like, you know, make sure this guy ain't got something like a kick me sign on the back of his shirt or whatever because I wouldn't put it past him to do that. All right, I'm gonna chance it. Damn. I ain't seen anything stood out though. I was like talking about this will probably be easier or whatever, but no, I mean they sure humbled me. I feel like there must be something going on with the signs I'm not paying attention to. And that's probably like where they keep on getting me, because everything else seems like it's. You just gotta remember, there's 2 of these vents. I keep worrying it might be something that has to do with the kanji on the doors, or like kanji, like the lettering. I'm just gonna go on ahead. Oh, you ain't gonna get me this time. Y'all got me last time with that one. This time, now I know it's an anomaly. So I guess he does probably, like, stay, go over there and stay there. Okay, let's say 2 vents. No smoking. Anomaly. Because they're really enjoying messing with these lights today, ain't they? Smoking. Question is, will they try to hit me with three after another? Also, I like the attention to detail. You actually can see like his reflection in the pictures. I'm going for it. Okay, I called that one. All right, no anomalies there. Let's see what the next one is. Okay, 2 of those. No smoking. All right, the surveillance cameras or the security cameras are on the right side. Okay. That's not moving. Is it good? I mean, we're about to find out, ain't we? What stood out? I don't get it. That's what frustrates me about these games. Whenever there's like, I feel like, you know. Okay, well that's definitely an anomaly right there. No doubt about that. But they throw those very, very subtle ones at you that seems like you have to like have like the eyes of a hawk to not miss. And I keep thinking it has something to do with these signs right here. There's something on these signs that I'm missing or whatever, or it could be the characters over here. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Probably wrong, probably. uh... Okay. I'm probably gonna like look at a list online later, see what all the anomalies are, and I'm gonna be kicking myself for like missing something that probably should have been obvious. Again, it gets me because like the whole fact of me getting up there to 8, getting up there, almost beating this, and then afterwards just one thing, pretty much this, and now like I'm having a hard time even getting up remotely close to that. I didn't know like no smoking thing actually anything would happen with that, but you never know. I feel like you want to go in these games like with the mindset that anything here could stand out. Well, here we go. Now watch this. Probably gonna say 0 again. I don't understand. Keep left. I'm gonna pay attention to you. Hold on a second. It said keep left, right? I'm gonna check that one next time. No, keep left. Probably need to actually pay attention to the sign up there as well, and how many lights there are. Because that might be where they're getting me too. There could be like a certain number of lights that are off. No. Uh. That looks like a face. I'm hoping I'm right on this, Rogues. I'm probably gonna be wrong. I'm gonna look at this up. I'm gonna look up this now and see if maybe, just maybe. Oh hell no. That's what it was. There's a subtle ass face up there. That's how they were getting me with that one. Yeah, there was that weird face up there. Okay, duly noted. I think they're gonna get me again. I need to keep an eye on that for that too. That might be how they've been getting me with a few of these things. Who knows how many times that face showed up there? They ain't gonna get me again though. I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for it. All that aside. And that was a very subtle one too, because I was like, wait a minute, something's up with that ceiling. So you know, you look up there and it ain't there now. Okay, 8-8 open. Cause I feel like I was hoping it wouldn't be like anything with the kanji, or anything like with the letters. It would just be more something along the lines of like the picture itself. Who knows? See, because I'm hoping I'm right about that, because, you know, you figure like with a full color image or whatever, the entire thing would be... I ain't trusting it. I'm probably gonna be wrong on it. I'm gonna keep it... If that was something I noticed... Really? Hold on a second. Darn it. Apparently I was wrong. Yeah, like the eye right there is... Okay, game. Whatever. Now I'm confused. Now it's back to 0. Now if I go and look at this eye again and it's actually, you know... I don't know. I was thinking this one would probably be easier, where this actually somehow has like come off as one of the harder ones I played. Checking ceiling, no smoking. Okay. I'll go ahead on head. No smoking. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like when they hit you with those really subtle ones. Okay, also I'm gonna try to remember. There's 6 pictures plus like the surveillance thing, right? I take the fact that I got up to 8 before, and then, you know, now I can't even get to it. All right, so 6 pictures plus that. And there's a door missing. Nice try. Now I gotta watch out for that one. They'll sometimes like keep a door like the. That's the one time the kanji like I remember like the thing because that was that one right there, the first one. I was like, wait a minute, that door didn't have that. That's why I realized the door was missing. All right, so that's another one they'll pull on me. The door could be missing. I don't really think there's gonna be anything where I can because if I go too far back in here, they'll count as me turning around. So I don't think I'm actually supposed to like wait for him to stop. Okay, so the door can go missing. That's something else I need to keep an eye on. Probably need to like watch out for that arrow too, because I know they can be end up like pointing in the opposite direction if I don't watch it. Smoking. Okay. Back up to 2. Is his ass taller? Oh yeah, he is definitely taller. Okay, yeah, that's an anomaly. Okay, 6. 3 doors. No face. The sign looks like it's fine. I want to say maybe we're good. They did just throw 2 anomalies at me at once or whatever, but I also know that that doesn't necessarily mean anything. They could throw 3 of them at me. I'm gonna hope I can go ahead and be right. Okay, we're good. All right, back up to 4. Okay, 6 pictures. No smoking. The exit 8 sign looks like it's correct, I think. Make sure our man here is like behaving, doing what he's supposed to do. Okay. I said there's 6 pictures. I need to like do a quick refresher course on the sign real quick. I was making sure that stood out like that was like the way it was supposed to. I was like, that's where I thought like one of those characters was wrong. Like what it was, they were in reverse or something. Should I go for it? See, cause this is like normally how they catch me. I'm gonna make sure I like look through everything I can first. Make sure that the main concern is like how many lights are there? This is concerning. I'm going. Probably gonna regret it. Okay, we're good. No anomalies. All right. 6. No smoking. Okay, he's like he's checking out. All right, 8-8. Because I'm trying to like look at things like the 8-8. Okay. Sign checks out. No face. All the doors are there. This one's not moving. But I'm not trusting things. Well, I mean, I was trying to look at stuff myself. I literally have like a rule about backseating. Let's see. I'm not really like seeing anything standing out. Yeah, so 12, 15, and then like 2 days later, so that's 17. And that time like adds up right there because like the Tuesday will be 19th. Okay. Okay. Screw it. If I get started over, I get started over. It's whatever. And I'm kind of like trying to look at some more details here. If anything stands out, I can actually. Okay, I'll just go on ahead. Okay, one at least. Okay, yeah, you totally stand out. Okay, all the doors are there, no smoking. May set me back again, but I didn't see anything that stood out. We'll see. Okay, no anomalies. Okay. I don't see the face up there. Yeah, I feel this this post right here has the potential to be a menace if I don't watch it. Okay, nothing coming out of the vents. I ain't trusting it. Part of me wants to like run back. Probably gonna be wrong, but something don't feel right. I knew something might have been off. I couldn't see what was there, but something was telling me like to turn around. Okay, all the Yup. At least now I know what to stand looking for when you're trying to stand out. So I just gotta make sure that one right there, the eyes will be standing out. And for this one, it could be like probably one of the dogs. Just gotta watch out for all the people. Okay. We did get two. I'm gonna try run ahead. Let me check the sign again real quick. Okay. Probably gonna I don't know if this is gonna be the right call or whatever. Okay, we're good. I swear something like goes off about him from a distance, but I couldn't tell. When he came in, like something looked weird. I think he's okay though. All things considered. Okay. This one's a tough one. Can't tell if there's anything standing out or not. I'm gonna run ahead. Probably gonna come back and bite me, but okay, we're still good. It's always that little tense moment right there where I don't see anything standing out, but I'm concerned. Yep, you're sus as fuck. Freaking... You watch too much of The Shining. Okay, this is one that that got me before when I got the section when I got the platform 8. I'm gonna have to be very, very thorough here and make sure I don't like get stepped back in, which probably is gonna happen anyway, but especially be like some kind of easy anomaly, but alright, well. Try to look through all this and hope for... I swear at one point, like, that clock, that, like, the time there was different. I'm going for it. Damn it, got me again. Okay, I gotta start over again. Should have went back. Yeah, this is definitely, this one's getting me. I just don't understand what it was. Like, I swear it's probably like something on the posters that keeps getting me. It's frustrating, like, you get there to the end of the loop or whatever, like, you think you got into, like, you get right into the end. This makes 2 times I got, like, got the 8, and then... Okay, let's go on ahead. Okay, 1. Sometimes I feel you just gotta get lucky, and get, like, a good draw of, like, easy to see anomalies. And figure out, like, what it is that stands out on each picture or whatever. Because we know what this one is. We just gotta look for the eyes. The dogs, there's so much text right here. Give it a shot. Okay, no anomalies. I'm saying it's the subtle ones. That's the trickiest part. Okay, I see the floor right there. That's BS. That floor is definitely standing out. I should be paying attention to him while I'm at it. All right, there's 3 doors. Don't see no face. No wall person. The eyes ain't moving. Sign up there is fine. But I keep on getting that suspicion it's something standing out. Might be wrong, but I'm going to turn it back around. Yeah, it's something was standing out. I just couldn't see what it was. I think when they have those really subtle ones, it's like, it seems like there's just something you're trying to pay attention to, but you don't know what you're supposed to be looking for. Because that's obviously how, like, the anomalies are supposed to work anyway. You don't know what you're looking for, but you still got to, like, see what stands out. Smoking. All right, that's fine, I think. See, this to me, like, this is probably like one of the worst ones, because you got to look at every single person on there, and you don't know exactly what it is you're supposed to be looking for. And there's 6. 6 of those. Sign right there looks okay. We're about to find out. Okay, that one was good. Keep going. Hope for an easy one this time. I run on ahead. Kind of concerned if I do, it's gonna like set me back again because I've been doing okay-ish again. I probably feel like I should really like start getting the habit of counting the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 lights. Question is that how many there's supposed to be? And it's not even right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Something don't seem right about this. Is it just me, or is there an extra light? I'm hoping I'm not gonna be wrong about doubling back, but something don't seem right. Watch me be wrong. Damn it. And now I'm screwing up. Okay. I should have just kept going straight and, you know, and this gameplay definitely plays to your conventions, I'll say that much. I'm determined to beat it, though. See, now look at that. Now it's saying 0. You know, I didn't see anything standing out in there. Okay, 6 of those. No smoking. 3 doors. One, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7. Okay, so it's supposed to be like 11 lights. Alright, there's 11 lights normally. Just in case, like, all of a sudden it doesn't look right with those. Okay. Back on the board again. The 8 is upside down. The whole damn sign's upside down. See, I told y'all something will happen with that sign at some point. Alright, so the sign was upside down. 3 doors, that. All the signs are there. I just keep wishing this thing would move again. So then give me that one. Alright, am I right or wrong on this one? Okay, I was right. I got like about like a minute and 50 seconds before the ad breaks. I'm trying to see like how far I can get, if I can actually get far, much further than this. So keep on hoping that what would happen is like with the smile thing, that would frown or something. Some will go. We are no that sometimes that one's eyes. You feel like it'd be the dogs with this one. I'm gonna go on ahead, guys. Probably gonna be wrong. Hopefully I won't be, and I am right. Okay. I called it on that one. See him in the corner right there. He ain't get me this time. Yeah, there's an anomaly right there. Okay, keep an eye on him. Alright guys, the ad break's gonna start in like 10 seconds. Hopefully I'm probably gonna look around for a little bit right here, like while on the ad break, just to see if anything stands out. So yeah, like give me about 3 minutes, rogues, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. And I ain't really seen anything stand out too much or whatever. I mean, I'm just kind of like, looking around just a little more before I head on forward. I mean, I may be wrong. I mean, I've been like, kind of like looking around for a bit and everything, but I'm gonna chance it. Hope I'm right. Okay. See, all that time I was looking actually paid off. Just trying to like make sure I examine as much as I can so I don't screw anything up this time as much as like possible because we are getting close to the final exit again, or the final loop again. Do I go forward or do I? I'm hoping I'm not gonna be wrong on anything here, guys, because it's hard to tell. I'm gonna go for it. Okay, we're good. All right. Sus as hell. All the pictures are the same. Okay, let's hope we can actually do this right this time, Rose, because every time this one's gotten me. I swear, like, you know, his... Nope. That's it. We got it. He was looking at me. Do I have to keep on doing this now? Yeah, I should have counted. I'm gonna definitely like try to make sure I like look at everything as much as possible, because I mean, things that they penalized me for that when I got through it, I'm gonna be mad. Okay, I'm gonna try to search this as much as I can, because that's the thing, we made it. That's the thing, we got through platform like exit 8 twice there. That should have been it, so I should be able to go on and move forward. If I didn't put anything past this game, they'll be gonna make me start over again. Because I did 8 loops. Wait a minute. No. The lights were crooked. Okay, I'm starting to get frustrated because I made the exit 8. Why y'all keeping me here? It ain't fair. Please do not penalize me, because I just did exit 8 3 times or whatever, I think, or somewhere along there, and... I don't see anything standing out. Please do not make me start this over, because I literally... Got it. I was starting to get frustrated. I was like, look, no, y'all ain't gonna trick me or whatever. I think they were actually trying to catch me off guard a couple times there. All right, guys, so we just completed the exit 8. That was actually pretty freaking great. This was, of course, like like I said, definitely one of the more well-known anomaly detection games. And I kind of frustrated with myself with the fact that I didn't get around to it sooner. I kind of personally wish it would have been like the first one I did. I mean, definitely surprised by the fact that it did end up being like more complicated than I thought it was gonna be. I was like, okay, this actually might be pretty easy. There's not like really a whole lot going on, but then there ended up being more than I thought there was. I kind of underestimated it. Because I figured, like, you know, with me playing some other games that had like a whole lot of other objects, like, you know, 10 Bells had like a mass amount of stuff in the bar. Between that and then, of course, the 18th attic, which the way that one worked was pretty much everything in the attic had like at least one thing that it did. And then there was a few that actually had more than one. Thank you for using the underground password. We apologize for any inconvenience we may cause. There are 13 knowledge you have not found. We appreciate your understanding, art, and cooperation. So this basically means there's like, 13 more I can find. But as always with these kind of games, Rogues, when I play them, if you guys want to go and like, actually play it yourselves and try to find the rest of the anomalies, feel free to. Like I said, I do eventually want to maybe possibly revisit 10 Bells because apparently there is like a deeper story behind that one for finding the rest of the anomalies. So I am considering revisiting that one. Because this one I think it's just mostly going to be the achievement. They're like achievement for like finding the rest of the anomalies. There may be more story to it, but I'm just glad I got out. Um, but yeah, definitely was one of the best, anomaly detection games I played. I mean, none of them that I played so far have been really bad. Escape Floor Zero did, of course, have like some frustration with the third level to it. I did beat like the forest map and the parking garage maps, but the third one like seemed like it was definitely like a much more difficult one, which it was intended to be. But there was like so many different objects all over the place there. I don't know if I'd ever be able to even actually really finish that level. But it was like definitely. I mean, that thing, Escape Floor Zero is a really good game. But I leave it up to you guys if you want to check that one out as well. I do have like a playthrough of that, like for what I've done so far on my YouTube channel. But as far as what's next, I'm gonna mark this as complete. There was like 13 anomalies I didn't see, but I will say that wall thing, I definitely did kind of like catch me off guard. Because that's the thing about like this one. Some of like the anomaly detection games I played were more about like definitely had like more of a jump scary aspect to them, like definitely spookier. This one was definitely like more about like the atmosphere, like more than anything else. Like I never really felt like I was outside of like whenever like the dude was walking by me, I was kind of like unsettled. I think he was just gonna randomly just scream or something. Um, but otherwise, it's yeah, I mean, this was definitely like really solid. It was a solid experience. I mean, like I said, like other ones I played, definitely were more on the spooky side. Like Skate Floor Zero definitely did that. And of course, the 18th Attic was very like that was definitely like focal on like it had like the atmosphere to it, but it also did have like a few jump scares. Like this didn't really rely much on jump scares. The guy who came out of the wall did catch me off guard slightly, but otherwise this was like definitely more atmospheric. It may just been because it was actually like the brightness of the fluorescence and everything. That did also kind of like give like some backrooms vibes in my view. But yeah, 10 Bells definitely was like more on the spooky side with like a lot of stuff that chased you in that one. Dollmare definitely was spooky to me, but that was just mainly because like I don't do well with dolls and puppets and all that. And the Cabin Factory was definitely on the spooky side as well. That one did like give me like probably like one of the worst jump scares I've ever got I've gotten in any of the horror games I played on my channel. But yeah, this was a really solid experience. As far as tomorrow is concerned, I'm really excited to get into like my next anomaly hunting game, which is gonna be Shinkansu Zero or however you say it. Is it Shikansu? Let me look this up. I mean, it's by Chilla's Art. And it takes place on a bullet train, if I'm right. Pretty sure it's pronounced Shinkansen. I think I was saying Shinkansen, but Shinkansen Zero. It's made by Chilla's Art, who did like the Origami. I think was it Origami? Or was it Urigari? Umigari. I keep on getting it wrong because I gotta remember Umi, not Uri. Yeah, but Chilla's Art did Umigari, which I eventually need to get back to that because I played a demo for it, but I need to get a copy of the full game. But yeah, he did Umigari, but Shinkansen Zero is gonna be like my second game I played by him. And like I said, it's supposed to be like an anomaly detection style game that takes place on I believe a bullet train. So there is that one, and then of course I do have the housing. Was it the housing project or whatever it was? I keep forgetting it. The name of the one that I got like the Steam key for, and I feel bad about that because that's the that's the thing, Rogues. Like sometimes I get like a game or whatever, and I had like remember that have it like kind of like imprinted in my head a little bit. Because the key I got was for PS5, so I'll be playing that. Um, I'll be playing like that. I don't know if it'll be like before my break or whatever, but yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, so guys, I'm just like looking real quick. You just kind of like get the name of the game again. Yeah, it's not Nostra Games. You guys will look at the Exit Project Backstreets. So it looks like it's gonna be like a really fun game. It's pretty much like the Exit Project Backstreets is an atmospheric horror game rooted in psychological horror. You and your community can explore a seemingly normal environment, revealing small inconsistencies that hint at a disturbing reality. Basically, just kind of explaining the whole point behind it. But I'm trying to like see right here. They actually say like exactly what it's basically like a lot of similar stuff here and everything. It released like on January 29th, so it's definitely like a fairly new game. It's only like a few months old. I was trying to get like a proper synopsis of it. It said like SA Project Baxter, so I'm assuming they may have like others they're gonna be doing. Yeah, it's pretty much, endlessly looping in liminal backstreet alleyway must have identified solo anomalies to escape. Um, but it's basically like a similar thing. Everything I'm looking up here doesn't really say much on the plot. But it's actually only like $2.99 on Steam, so I don't know if it's actually on sale. Yeah, their normal price for it actually is $2.99, so it's actually a fairly cheap game if any of you guys want to try it out yourselves. But it looks like it's gonna be like a really beautiful game. I got it for the PS5 just 'cause I was worried about my computer being able to run it. But it pretty much says right here. I like how it says like similar to games you played, Power Wash Simulator 2. Says you're trying to repeat a street, observe your surroundings carefully, look for anything that feels wrong. Yeah, but it's inspired by liminal spaces, urban specters, and fear of subtle inconsistencies. To escape, you must make 10 correct choices in a row. Playtime 20 to 60 minutes. So it's gonna be a pretty much fairly short game. But yeah, that being said, I'm definitely gonna probably be jumping on that one sometime soon. But with that out of the way, Rogues, I'm gonna go and call it here. I was gonna like do a stream and I do it like a raid, but I'm just glad I was able to actually get done with this. Without like the lights cutting out again, I was actually really concerned about that being a possibility of happening. Again, I would like to maybe get me like a universal power supply, give me a UPS. That way, if the lights do cut out in the future, especially considering like where I live, when it turns summertime, like thunderstorms are frequent. It would be nice to kind of have like a universal power supply for both my PS5 as well as my computer, because I always turn my computer off like whenever a thunderstorm's about to hit. But sometimes I forget to with my PS5, so it'll be kind of nice to actually have both of them connected up, so that way if the lights do go out, I can shut them down safely. But again, like for me to get one that will probably be able to, like good for the wattage, like good for like the wattage of my computer as well as PS5, it'll probably cost me about like over $200 for one. So that's definitely something I'm gonna like worry about like in the future after I get my computer upgraded and everything. But yeah, that said, this was like a definitely fun playthrough of this, and I probably could have got done with it sooner if I didn't get okie doked a few times when I got like to the actual platform 8 and everything. I know I kind of got a little bit frustrated earlier when someone came in and was like, immediately just said poster and all that. The thing about it is, I understand like these games definitely do. Sometimes there's, it's supposed to invite, people to help, kind of like give you ideas and everything. But like, the thing is, it's just that, I'm someone who does like, solving stuff on his own, Rogues. And I don't definitely mean like anything, negative towards those who come in and try to help. But also at the same time, I'm also someone who advocates for, how like I feel like, more people should, just when they go into a chat and they're wanting to help or whatever, they instead of just like blurting it out, I just wish more people would kind of like say like, if you need help, feel free to ask or whatever. Or I don't know. It just kind of like, it was just bugged me a little bit. They came in immediately just said poster, and I was trying to figure out what it was, and even still they didn't exactly say what it was. I mean, I kind of like appreciate the subtlety of it, like not outright saying what it was on the poster that was standing out, and just but kind of like guide me towards it. But again, it's just I have like the rules on Twitch as well as my YouTube channel when people go in. That kind of like says like no backseating. If I need help, I'll ask. And I just wish people would like read rules properly and everything, and kind of get that understanding before they just like blurt something out. Because like I put the rules there to kind of explain like how my play style of things. And so when someone comes in and immediately just says outright says like where the anomaly is, it kind of takes a little bit of the fun out of it, when I try to find them on my own. And like I said, I know there's definitely some streamers out there that would invite their viewers to basically kind of like invite them to pretty much like help them find stuff. But I'm pretty sure like a lot of times like these viewers will kind of have that reputation about them where they're known for allowing their viewers to help them. But just going to someone's stream for the first time immediately saying that without actually really knowing their play styles, kind of that's the reason why the rules are there. I said, and I definitely don't mean like trying to like sound rude or anything, Rogues. I really don't, because I want my viewers to like to come in and have fun and all that. But it's just there is that whole rule I got there where if I need help, I'll ask. and that did kind of get me a little bit, I kind of got a little bit, feisty about that. But again, I have the rules in place for a reason. So that way people don't make those mistakes. And when they don't read the rules, that ends up like, kind of causing things like that to happen. But either way, I still had like a lot of fun with this Rogues. Definitely was like worth, playing. I hate that I didn't get around to it sooner. I think there's supposed to be like the platform 9 or something. There's like another game I think similar to this, but I don't think it got as good reviews. Um, but yeah, if you guys like got like other suggestions for like anomaly detection games, I do still have some I haven't played yet in my library that I haven't actually touched. I do need to get around to. I think I got like one or two that I haven't actually played yet. And I am like, always looking for more. I know there's one called Captured, I think, that I've been really interested in playing, but I just got to get a copy of it. That's one I want to play. Unless I got Shinkansen Zero that I'm going to be playing tomorrow. And yeah. Like I said, it's basically like a little subgenre of horror that I've really been enjoying more and more. And this has me interested in watching the movie when it releases, which, again, it's going to be on April 10th that it releases, which happens to be my birthday. So, but anyways, with that said, I'm going to go and call it here, guys. Next stream will be tomorrow for Shinkansen Zero. And maybe will probably be the only stream I do tomorrow. And as far as like over the weekend for multiplayer stuff, I don't know exactly what all is going to be playing for that. Some things might probably be like a little bit up in the air as far as like multiplayer is concerned, but we'll see how things go. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I know it probably like, definitely could have like been a little bit shorter if I didn't get like, turned around like, when I actually thought I was at platform 8 and some of the other stuff that kind of like threw me off. But this is definitely a solid game. I missed 13 of the anomalies. So if you guys want to go and check it out yourself, you can definitely do so. But I'm going to go ahead and call the series complete. If I want to go and try to get like the achievement for like the rest of the anomalies, I'll probably do that in like, my spare time. But yeah, till next stream, Rogues, which will be tomorrow for Shinkansen Zero. Much love. Thanks for hanging out for this one. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thanks for watching.